This is a short film that has Pixar levels of feels. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the same amount of buzz Pixar movies normally get, which is why I'm here to put it on your radar. This is sadly another example of Netflix originals getting little to no promotional at all, and once it dropped on the streamer, it became lost in all of the other content they have on their platform. Anyways, that's something to discuss another time. For now, let's get into our film review for today. Canvas. Canvas is a short film that follows a grandfather who is struggling with loss, something which tampers his ability to create. Now that's the gist of the story without getting into specifics, and I honestly think it's difficult for me to properly review this without giving away details of the plot. So, before I continue with this review, I'll say that there are mild spoilers ahead. Okay, still with me? Let's continue. The director and writer for this short film is Frankie Abney III, an African American animator who has worked on a number of Pixar films, such as Coco, Frozen, and most recently, Soul. That's just a handful of his credits as an animator. He's been active not just under Disney, but also DreamWorks Studios. It's easy to see the Disney/Pixar influence from watching this film. The emotional beats are very much in line with what both studios have successfully used time and time again in their films. Just watching the first half of this short reminded me of Up. Still, his work here doesn't come across as a ripoff. It is more of a love letter that manages to create something that's unique, especially for the subject matter. I think his direction here shows that he can definitely do a feature-length film after doing a short, which is just under 10 minutes long. He manages to use every minute to tell a deep and personal story without wasting any time. What's impressive is that the whole story is done without any dialogue. It's just pure storytelling, based on the emotions and the actions we see the characters convey. That is only heightened by an amazing score. The score is done by Jermaine Stigall, another black creative working on this project that has an abundance of diverse talent, helping to bring this lovely work of art together. Stigall recently did the score for Coming to America 2, which was one of the standouts of that film. Here in Canvas, he creates a beautiful arrangement of music, which easily complements the animation. It never overpowers any of the scenes we see play out. Instead, it adds to them, making it more impactful. Most importantly, it sets the tone for the story right from the first frame to the last. I really can't fault Stigall's work because he pours his heart into composing the score and it shows in the end result. Another creative that was instrumental in bringing this project together, along with Frankie Abney III, is the producer, Paige Johnstone. What I appreciate most about this is the focus on black characters and the way they are portrayed. They come across as real individuals, which only makes the emotional connection to these fictional characters strong. Also, the animation used to bring them to life really shows an attention to detail in nailing the beauty of black people. The character models are unique, yet familiar, but the standout is the hair textures. The afro hairstyle for me was just spot on. So speaking of animation, I have to give props to the whole creative team for not just relying on a 3D animation. No, they also use traditional 2D animation, and it just made me love this short even more. Now for those of you who don't know, I absolutely love 2D animation. Being an artist, it's what I've always stick to over the years. So seeing this short and the way it's used really is a chef's kiss. They used it in two sequences in the story, and without giving away the scenes, the best thing about it, other than the type of animation, is the textures. You can see it has the same look that's distinctive to a canvas. It basically looks like paintings coming alive on the canvas-like backdrop. The overall theme of this short film is grief, something that many of us have experienced at some point in our lives. It's a feeling that's reserved for those dealing with loss. Our main character, the grandfather, is dealing with it to the point nothing else matters to him, even one of his greatest passions, painting. It's hard to say how much time has passed since the passing of his loved one, but there's never a set amount of time on how a person can continue to be affected by loss. The feelings shown here reflect the actions and frame of mind that most people would be in when they are consumed by their emotions. Sometimes nothing really matters anymore, other than the memory of the person who is no longer around. While I love the singular focus on the grandfather, I think one of the things this story would have benefited from, if it was longer, was to give some time to show how other family members are dealing with the loss. It would have been an interesting way to explore how different people deal with death in their own personal way. Not everyone has the same grieving process. We see his daughter, but her screen time is so limited, it's not clear how she is coping. Still, it's clear from her actions, she's the support in her father's life. Giving him space, but at the same time being there to help him heal and overcome his state of sadness, which is only showcased more with her bringing her daughter to spend time with her grandfather. What is clear is that he's too wrapped up in his feelings that he's unable to see the light that his granddaughter brings to his lonely life, and just the support his family is giving him to help cope through this difficult phase. Overall, I love how what started off as an emotional story that shows the effects of loss becomes something more hopeful and positive near the end. We see how the heart can heal, not just on your own, but also with the help of others. It shows how important it is to get closure on your own, but at the same time, it's helpful having family by your side supporting you. I can't imagine anyone sitting through this and not feeling emotional because they've experienced the same feelings towards someone they've lost in the past, or they just understand the pain of it all. So just in case, don't forget to have a box of tissues nearby or someone to offer you some comfort when the feelings get too much to bear. This really will hit you hard in the feels. Well, I think I've gushed enough about how much I like this short film. Honestly, I don't think I can say anything else other than you should definitely check it out. It's available now to watch on Netflix. Just brace yourselves and enjoy this emotional and moving tale. Anyways, folks, that's all for now. Thank you for watching and I hope you enjoy the show. Please feel free to subscribe, like, and comment below. And hey, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea. And that's okay. Just remember to take care and stay safe.